According to a poll conducted by the National Air and Space Museum, Americans on average believe that 20% of the federal budget goes to funding NASA's projects. However, when we look at a budget summary on NASA's website, we can see that their 2014 budget was only $17.6 billion. While that may seem like a lot, it's only actually about 0.5% of the federal budget. To put that in perspective, that means that for every dollar's worth of tax you spend, only half a penny is going to funding NASA. So today I'll talk about why I believe that their budget should be increased. First, I'll talk about what NASA is and talk a little bit about its budget in the past. Then I'll talk about some spin-off technologies that have resulted from investments in NASA. And then I'll talk about its impact on society as a whole. So first up, what NASA is and its budget in the past. NASA is the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. It was formed in 1958, and it is the government agency responsible for the Civilian Space Agency program and manned and unmanned spaceflight missions, and also research in aeronautics and aerospace. Now, I'd like to show you a graph representing NASA's budget over the years. As you can see, shortly after NASA was formed, the budget pretty much skyrocketed because we were in a race with the Soviet Union to be the first nation to put a man on the moon. And once that was accomplished, you can see the budget drops off pretty steeply, down to below 1% of the federal budget, and hasn't really rose back above there since then. Now, this is pretty minuscule compared to other government-funded things such as defense, Medicare, and Social Security, which all have budgets between $500 and $900 billion, or 20 to 30% of the federal budget. Now I'd like to talk to you a little bit about some spin-off technologies developed from investing in NASA. And these are all taken from NASA's online catalog of spin-off technologies. First up, we have tech used in developing the rovers on Mars is actually used here on Earth in robots that soldiers use in combat operations. They can use them to scout ahead and get a safe view of possible hostile environments. Research done to prepare for the Apollo missions that sent astronauts to the moon led to hazardous gas sensors being developed, which astronauts needed to survive in space. And these are now used in smoke detectors today. Also developed during the Apollo mission research was filtration technology, which is now used in water purification plants. For the Gemini project research, they developed technology that's now used in operating room monitors to analyze patients' conditions during a major surgery or operation. And research done during the development of the space shuttle program led to many medical advances, including miniaturized heart pumps, bioreactors that help chemists make new medicines and drugs, light-emitting diodes that help treat cancerous tumors, and lighter and stronger prosthetic limbs. Now, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the impact that NASA has on society. The Apollo missions taking men to the moon in the 60s were a pretty big event, and they inspired a whole generation of young people to pursue new careers in science, technology, engineering, and math. And space exploration sort of brings society together as a whole. In space, your nationality doesn't matter, you're just human. And now I'd like to share with you a quote from Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson from when he spoke in front of the U.S. Senate Science Committee in March of 2012. Right now, NASA's annual budget is a half penny on your tax dollar. For twice that, a penny on a dollar, you can transform the country from a sullen, disputed nation, weary of economic struggle, to one where it has reclaimed its 20th century birthright to dream of tomorrow. Now, in conclusion, we first talked about what NASA is and talked a little bit about its budget in the past. And we talked about some spin-off technologies that are developed as a result of investing in NASA. And we talked about the social impact of NASA. And now I'd like to leave you to think back on what Dr. Tyson said. And if NASA plans to send people to Mars in 15 years with their current half a penny on the dollar budget, imagine what they could do if we gave them a whole penny. Thank you.